Hi, Stephanie from the Reddick Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious coconut cream cake. To make this coconut cream cake, you're going to need a white cake mix, vegetable oil, coconut milk, eggs, a can of cream of coconut, some shredded or flaked coconut, and a tub of Cool Whip. Preheat your oven according to the directions on the boxed cake. Prepare the cake mix according to the directions on the back of the box. Substitute the coconut milk for the water. Make sure you thoroughly stir the coconut milk before using. Also, use the whole eggs instead of just the egg whites. This will make for a richer cake. If you're looking at my bowl and you're wondering why I have so many egg yolks, when I cracked 2 of my eggs, they had double yolks. I've read that double yolks are a sign of good fortune, so I think I'm going to go ahead and leave them in there. I think we could all use some good fortune right now. Using an electric mixer, mix the ingredients until they're well combined. The batter will be very thick. Pour your batter into your prepared pan. The pan has been greased and floured. Today I'm going to use a bundt pan. I usually use a 9x13 pan, but I thought it'd be kind of nice to have a prettier looking cake today, so we're just going to go ahead and be adventurous and use that bundt pan. I've got my batter in my pan. I've made sure that it's level in the pan, and I've tapped the pan a couple times on my counter to make sure that the air bubbles are out. Place the pan on the middle rack in the preheated oven. Bake your cake for the time indicated on the back of the box. This will vary depending on the type of pan that you chose. The box said that I should bake this for 33 minutes, but I have a feeling it's not going to take that long, so I'm going to check it at about 28 minutes. My cake is done. I did a toothpick test to make sure it's done on the inside. I poked the toothpick in, and when I pulled it out, it came away clean. I'm going to go ahead and use a skewer and poke a bunch of holes in the cake. I'm not going to let the cake cool at all. I'm just going to start poking holes. I ended up using a fork to poke the holes in the cake. The skewer just wasn't doing the job. I wanted to make sure that the holes were nice and big so that when I pour this cream of coconut on top, that it soaks down into the cake. Open the can of cream of coconut. Make sure you stir it thoroughly. It should be about the consistency of sweetened condensed milk. Pour the whole can of cream of coconut over the top of the cake. Go ahead and spread around with a spoon to make sure that it gets down in those holes and along the edges of the cake, down along the sides of the pan. Allow the cake to cool completely before frosting it. You're going to frost it with a tub of thawed Cool Whip. I didn't use the whole tub today with the bundt cake, but usually when I do a 9x13 pan, I use the whole tub. Sprinkle the shredded coconut over the top of the cake. You can toast the coconut if you like it like that. I don't care for it like that, so I left mine alone. You could also add some shaved chocolate, which I think would be really good. I filled the center of the cake with raspberries just to add a pop of color. The cake needs to be refrigerated about 2 hours before serving, and leftovers should also be refrigerated. The cake was delicious and it's pretty too. It'd be great to take to a party. I'm going to leave you with a few tips. Make sure that you use your favorite white cake mix. The one I used today wasn't my favorite and I wasn't as happy with the results as I usually am. Also, I think I'm going to go back to using my 9x13 pan. The cake isn't quite as pretty, but I think that the cream of coconut soaks into that cake better and gives it a better flavor.